Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters, and this is going to be an epic game, not only because it's between two Terran players who are both absolutely awesome, but because I've just cooked a sausage roll in the microwave, and it's sitting on my desk right next to me. I'm just waiting for it to cool down, but by the time this game finishes, it should be nice and cool and delicious, and yes, I'm so looking forward to it. And also to see what happens in this game, obviously. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's introduce the players. Down the bottom of the side is Mr. Dayshi, 20 years of age, from France, plays for Team Millennium. Just like one of the guys in the last night's game, I believe. I can't remember. It was 4GG or Live Zerg, or maybe it was the game before. I just cast like 3 games in a row, so I can't remember who was in what or what happened. But yes, I think it was 4GG. Maybe. So let's go back on my browser. Yeah, I think it might have been 4GG. Geez, we got a Reaper going on there. You guys can see what he do. Yeah, it was 4GG. He was in Team Millennium as well. Well, he is in Team Millennium as well. And Daishi's opponent up the top right side of the map, who's currently having fun dealing with an obnoxious Reaper, is Mr. MMA, one of the best, 26 years of age, from South Korea, plays for Team Acer. And yeah, I don't know, I may have to start reevaluating some of my expectations, because it's interesting. I mean, I'm not saying anything about this particular game, but MMA, I do believe, actually I'll just double check, and because I saw it before, the actual results of this Premier League in Europe. So WCS Euro. Yeah, have to see if I can find it. It keeps sending me to the 2013 one. Alright, let's just look at the game for a second until I find this thing, because I do believe... let me find it. Yes, MMA actually got knocked out of the round of 32. And I don't know, like early this year, last year, I was going around saying, oh, this guy's like the best of 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 the best, you know, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm the kind of guy who would just say, yeah, MMA is awesome. He's always going to be awesome. He's always going to be the absolute best. But I may have to sort of step back a bit and just sort of reevaluate some of the players who I just say, you know, this guy is the best in the world. You know, I've been saying that for a while. Oh, missile turret. He's getting a little bit close to that missile turret, obviously. Because, yeah. There's some players like people like Jaedong and Life and Bomber. Yeah, just a whole bunch of other players who I've just been saying, yeah, look, that guy's the best in the world, man. There's no doubt about it. And yeah. So anyway, I think from this point forward, I have to just go ahead and say that my favorite 5 or 6, which I've had for quite a while, which I sort of built up early this year by casting so many games, the 5 or 6 players that were just like, these guys are dynamite, I'm just going to have to turn around and just clear that list off. And I don't know if I'll make a new list or whether I just stop making lists or whatever. Stop including a select group of people into my these are the guys to beat, these are the best in the world list. We may just have to go ahead and just cast people and just say, you know what, this guy is pretty damn good, this guy is pretty damn good. Yeah, it's interesting, because you want to be able to look at 2 players and say, well, based on their past performance, I reckon this guy's going to be this guy. And if I did that, I would say, based on past performance, MMA is going to be Dayshi. And I would say that about any of the other 2 guys in this bracket, who are Live Zerg and 4GG. But the fact is, Live Zerg and 4GG both progressed in the round of 32 to the round of 16. And MMA and Dayshi did not. They didn't. So it just shows that sometimes the old thinking, this guy is the best, no longer applies. So anyway, let's get into this game and yeah, see what's going on. So we've got a Raven, anti-Banshee play, we've got the Starport going on, we've got 3 factories, and so it looks like perhaps it's going to be mech play, but there's still a decent chance. Actually no, he's floating his barracks off on a scout, so he's not going for marine tank. He's going for full-on mech play. Dayshi is going for marine tank by the looks of it. Although he does have 2 tech labs on barracks, I assume this is just to get the upgrades going that he needs for his marines. And then he may move one or both of those barracks off and put factories on him instead, so he can just up his tank production. Which is a pretty good idea now that I think about it. It's probably why he's doing it. So you start off with the barracks with tech labs. You just go ahead, get all your upgrades. Once you got all your upgrades, you move the barracks off, put some factories on there, and start building tanks off those guys. And cuts down on the negligible tech labs that you need. Because, I mean, if you're going marine tank, then you're building marines and tanks. You don't need marauders as much. He is building marauders at the moment. So, you know, nice to be flexible and all that sort of stuff. But the main focus on marine tank is, of course, marine tank. So I can definitely see him doing that, getting the barracks out there on the tech labs, getting the upgrades, and then moving factories onto those tech labs later on. So we'll see if that's what happens. But it does look like Dayshi is thinking about getting some marauders as well, and we'll see if that helps him. Need a scan over here. I'm not sure if Dayshi has realised what the play is right there, but there is a Widow Mine waiting, and the Widow Mine sees quite a bit, actually. So there we go, a bunch of tanks coming in, 5 tanks total, and MMA does have a bunch of tanks, but he's in a little bit of a interesting position. He's going to be falling back, and yes, this barracks, this command center, sorry, taking heavy damage. Ooh, landing 4 tanks on the high ground really, really fast, but a bunch of Raven bombs coming straight out towards them. Oh, 2 tanks go down, 3 tanks go down, and the 4th tank just about to go down. So Dayshi, I like his balls in that situation. He really pushed hard, but in the end, MMA was all over him, and he's going to do a bit of damage here to these Hellions, but I don't think he's really broken MMA in any way here. He's forced the 3rd command center back, the 3rd base, and that is not a bad play, but he did lose quite a few units there. If we have a look at units lost, he's lost about 600 more resources than MMA has, so it's a bit unfortunate. I think it was a lot of those tanks. He's lost 4 tanks. MMA hasn't lost any heavy mech units so far. A bunch of Hellions, granted, but yeah, those tanks, I mean, when you lose tanks, you're losing gas, and you losing gas is never a good thing. Let's get rid of that. So I think that could perhaps be a sort of overall idea behind any race. If you have a unit that only costs minerals or costs a very, very low amount of gas, like roaches, throw them at the wind. It doesn't matter. If you got units that cost a lot of gas, like infestors, siege tanks, even immortals, definitely Colossus, and you lose them, you are definitely going down the garden path, because it's not good, man. It's not good at all. I mean, gas income is a hell of a lot more restrained than mineral income. Mineral income, you don't need to be mining 3 bases with everybody on every mineral mode. You don't need 24 workers mining minerals on each base. You can still get by without that. Gas, however, you need to be mining every single gas all the time, because gas becomes so freaking important, and yeah, you need a lot of it. You need a lot of that gas. So losing heavy gas units, definitely a bad idea. These guys got the range. They do have the range for some of it. Might even have the range on the tank. The Banshee coming in. MMA doing a fantastic job at just getting in there and, yeah, taking that guy out. Who was the guy who got... Was it this game that somebody got a ton of worker kills? No, I think it was a previous game. I'm getting so confused. Look at this Hellbat drop in there. Very, very nice. Couple more Hellbats roasting workers. Oh, they got blue flame as well. Very, very nice. Tons of workers going down. And great job by MMA. And that's put him up to 20 workers killed. He has lost 15 himself. I think there was this game where the Banshee came around. No. I'm so confused. I must have cast a TvT previously. And that was the one where the Banshee came in late and killed like 10 workers and then got owned. Oh man, I'm getting so confused. I shouldn't be casting 3 games in a row, especially if like multiple ones of them are like TvT. But regardless, Dayshi going for battle cruisers just for the hell of it, because it's going to be... Let's have a look here. There's a bunch of Vikings out and he's building more, so instantly the battle cruisers are counted. And yeah, that's it. I mean, MMA has Vikings. He knows how to use them. and that's it. Maybe if you've got a Viking versus Viking battle and the Vikings all kill each other, battle cruisers can come in and own everybody else. But once MMA figures out the battle cruisers coming out, he's going to be doubling his Viking production. So these two battle cruisers are pretty much a once-off deal. You send them out, either they own everything in sight, or they get owned. And I think they're going to own everything in sight in this case, because there's not really much that can touch them at the moment. There's two Vikings, and that's it. Long term, I don't think battle cruisers are going to work. But short term, he's definitely going to scare the pants off MMA right here. No Yamato cannons at the moment. Yamato cannon. So these guys not going to be able to snipe too much. But yeah, they can scare this army off. And where are the extra starports? We're going to be seeing some extra starports coming out from MMA. Unless he feels confident enough that he's going to produce enough Vikings off only one starport. Which, I don't know. I really don't know. It's not going to be enough. We know it's not going to be enough because Dayshi is building a crap ton of Vikings as well. He's going for massive amounts of air superiority. And yeah, that's going to knock down the enemy Vikings. And once the enemy Vikings are knocked out, the battle cruisers can do the rest. So I like this play by Dayshi. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not it turns out. And he may have a bit of trouble because MMA already has level 2 vehicle weapons. He's going for level 3. So that's going to be a huge amount of damage. Might make up for the lesser Viking numbers. I don't know that it is though. And oh, more workers going down. That's just craziness all over the place. How many workers are... 55! Dayshi has lost 55 workers. His income is almost in the toilet right now. Absolutely in the toilet. And I don't know how he's going to keep building battle cruisers with this income, man. He is so screwed at the moment. If this play works, then maybe he'll be okay. But no, we've got Thors. We have Thors coming out. MMA has decided that screw air versus air. I'm going to get some Thors, bring out the heavy artillery, convert them into the heavy artillery mode, high impact payload. And, oh man, a battle cruiser versus a Thor in high impact payload mode. I'm not sure. I have a funny feeling the Thor would win, but I'm pretty sure the Thor would win in this circumstance because it's going to have level 3 weapons versus Dayshi only having level 1. So I think that the Thor is going to be owning stuff. He's already in high impact payload, and that is it. Battle cruisers going to come out. We do have 13 versus 13, so MMA somehow managing to get the decent number of Vikings out there. Level 3 weapons just about to finish. It's so freaking close. Not quite there though. He's got to be a little bit careful. But there we go. Moving out. Where is the Thor? It's sort of backing off a little bit. Doesn't want to face 3 battle cruisers at the same time. And MMA falling back. There we go. Level 3 weapons has hit. Is he going to turn around? I do not know. But there we go. High impact payload. And the Viking force is being shredded. And, oh, I forgot about the Yamato cannon. Oh, there we go. Suddenly the Viking, the Thor versus battle cruiser has been answered a little bit better. When you have a Yamato cannon, the Thor will lose by a ton. There we go. Oh, so much Thor damage. And down they go. But there's still enough Vikings left over. The Vikings do a sensational job. Level 3 weapons, man. You cannot beat that shit. And Dayshi, man, he's fighting his way back, building 2 battle cruisers at once, but his income is still going to be in the toilet at the moment. And yeah, he's like 18 workers behind, 21 workers behind, something like that. And the Thors are still going. Are we going to see some mules dropping down? He's got some workers here, so that should be pretty good. But yeah, so the army size 91 over 51. MMA is going to be feeling pretty confident at the moment. And we'll see if he can finish this game off. We'll see what can be done here. Dayshi continuing to go for battle cruisers. He does have 1 at the moment. He's building 1 more. Going to be seeing how he can do that. Man, they need to get like, I don't know. Yeah, they've missed the thing already because the collector's edition for Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty already came out, but they need to let you use the like the Loki skin on the battle cruisers. That huge battle cruiser with the Gatling guns on the front of it. They need to let people use that for their battle cruisers. If they get, like, maybe in, what's the, Legacy of the Void or something, if you get to level 40 or 45 or whatever, they should let you use that skin for the battle cruisers, because that skin is freaking insane. It's so good. More Hellion harassment, more taken out workers. Nothing on the other bases, but I would not be surprised if there's going to be some more Hellion Teddy out there. We go, they're running on in. Do see some Marines, do take him out nice and fast. And he's going to be running down to this base. MMA secretly going for a 5th base down the bottom right side of the map. And we're going to see, he's seeing how that works out. But so many workers getting taken out. The blue flame's so deadly. And just roasting Dayshi back into the Stone Age. He's not even really trying to stop these guys anymore. I think he's just given up all hope. He's finally coming back. But just, oh man, so much damage being done. And that's it. Dayshi he's so screwed at the moment. He was screwed on the workers before, and he sort of clawed his way back into a decent position, and now he's screwed again. What was he down? 47 under 77. It's decent, but MMA is completely over the top right now. He's got 3-2. He's got the siege tanks. I don't even know what these upgrades are for. Raven upgrades and Raven upgrades. What the? He's just got too many minerals at the moment. He doesn't know what to spend it on. He does have some Ravens though, so he can put down tons of auto turrets. Point defense. I think point defense trends might pick up battle cruiser shots as well, which would be pretty nice. Oh, very, very interesting stuff there. And MMA, does he have a bigger air army? Yes, he does. He's got a massive air army. Not too many Thors, but he doesn't really need them with these guys. Raven bombs coming down. Oh, where's the micro? Where's the micro? He just ran out of range, so he didn't need to worry about it. But yeah, great job coming down here. Dayshi doesn't really have any ground-based anti-air at the moment. No Marines, no Thors, nothing like that. And yeah, look at all of these Raven bombs going on the tanks. I don't know if the tanks are going to be fast enough. They are not going to be fast enough. And the Vikings doing all the work at the moment. There's nothing on the ground that can really touch them. And the Ravens just wiping out everything. And MMA hasn't even moved his main force in yet with the Thors and the tanks and all that. He's just letting that sit back, letting the air do the work. The Ravens all getting killed almost instantly. The battle cruiser going down almost instantly. And Ravens just throwing stuff everywhere, and that's it. Dayshi gives the GG. And I mean, there was never any doubt in the past 5 minutes. I think MMA was just building up a massive amount of forces just to go in and have some fun with the Ravens. He just wanted to run in and Raven bomb the living shit out of everything, just for the hell of it. So, I mean, why not? Why not when you're that far ahead? So that's it. Great, great play from both players. The battle cruisers, yeah, I've never really seen battle cruisers do an exceptional job of anything in a professional StarCraft 2 match. They're mainly just a big boulder you just throw out there and say, you know what, here, I can do some damage. And now you got to counter this thing, so go ahead and counter it. And then the other player's like, oh shit, battle cruisers, I better counter this thing. Get a ton of Vikings. But battle cruisers themselves never really do anything in terms of actually getting stuff done. I will give I mean, other than the Yamato cannon. The Yamato cannon did quite a bit. Yamato cannon is awesome. It really, really is. The battle cruisers without the Yamato cannon would just be a flying rock. I mean, who cares? Like, their range is so stupidly short that they can't get anything done. They're too slow. All they've got is just a ton of health. But the Yamato cannon does make them sort of useful. So yeah, anyway, that's it. And the Thors came out, and the Thors did a good job, and MMA, man, was just all over the upgrades. His upgrades were so sweet, it's not even funny. And basically just went a long way towards winning that game for him. So anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching this game, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned.